Breaking news, Furukawa comes through May 6th, 11:49 p.m. PST with the news straight from the Nintendo company website, and the Japanese one. This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We'll make an announcement about the successor to a Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We'll be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation. All right, so we've learned, long story short, we're finally going to have a Switch 2. We're excited, right? Big news. Obviously, a lot of us, now that we see the Switch 2 is going to be coming out within the next year, coming very soon, we're asking a lot of questions, right? Whether or not we're going to have, whether or not our Nintendo Online program is going to carry over, because the Nintendo Online program that currently exists is still bare bones, right? We don't have any GameCube Virtual Console. We have access to Game Boy Color Advance, right? Was it Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo, Super Nintendo 64 games, correct? With that said, some of us are wondering, are we going to still be able to use Joy-Cons, yes or no? Are we going to be able to use Pro Controllers? I would more so want to be able to use my Pro Controller because they cost like $60 to $70 USD, as opposed to just tossing them aside, right? I'm happy that I could use my Pro Controllers even with my laptop when I do PC gaming. So let's hope that Nintendo allows us to still use our Pro Controllers that, we paid nearly the same amount of money that you'd have to pay for a new game to purchase the controller. So yeah, NES, SNES, 64, and then the handheld games. Yes, just for clarity. But yes, I wanted to just get off the top of my head, if there was a wish list of things that I wanted, like a top 10 games wish list that I wanted from Nintendo, I think I'd just get let's get the obvious stuff out of the way, right? Metroid Prime 4, we've been waiting forever for a Metroid Prime 4. So that's just let's just get that out of the way. That's the gimme. That's the easiest thing. So Metroid Prime 4, new Mario 3D game. When I say 3D Mario game, an actual Mario 64, like Mario Sunshine, Odyssey, Galaxy, that realm of Mario. I appreciated Wonder. I'm just talking about a fully three-dimensional Mario platformer. I think Nintendo also understands the importance of what made them make so much money. The portability of the Switch console in an era where so many people are playing their Genshin Impacts, Nikke Goddess of Glory, Honkai Star Rails, Fate Grand Order, Pokemon Go, you name it, they're probably playing it on their phone, right? With all the games that people are playing on their phone, and aside from gacha games, right? I mean, when I went to Japan, I remember seeing people play battle royales on their phones, and with high skill when I was riding the trains. If you're Nintendo and you realize the success that you had with a hybrid handheld / console, you're probably gonna want to do that again, while also making sure that you don't make the mistake of people looking at this new successor as a Wii U, where they'll just disregard the successor as they disregarded the Wii U and say, we already have a Wii at home. Why do we need a Wii U? And in fact, PU to the Wii U. I'm off this. Which, mind you, I appreciate the Wii U for failing, because it was in some ways a prototype to the successful Switch that we have for today. Back on my top 10 list of games, though, we said Metroid Prime 4, a three-dimensional Mario. I would love a brand new Fire Emblem inclusion, right, with the new MC. While I loved Engage, give me a better story. But the gameplay in Engage was fantastic. I loved how Fire Emblem Three Houses was basically a magnum opus, right, for the Fire Emblem guys. But at the same time, you had to replay the game multiple times to get each side of the story. So being able to play Engage one time through, I think, was a breath of fresh air for some people. And honestly, not everybody likes the whole Persona style of gameplay with Fire Emblem Three Houses. Some people do, but not everybody wants to go day by day by day and, you know, tending to this, nurturing that, building up the relationships and all that stuff. Like, yes, you do build relationships in Fire Emblem, but the way it was in Three Houses, you know, there were way more days that you were able to spend on nurturing your relationships with others. And some people aren't in it for the Persona social, what's it called? Oh my goodness, I forgot. It's the social link type gameplay, right? Some people just want to play Fire Emblem. They just want to jump in and build social links through other methods of gameplay, opposed to, you know, the way you had to do it in Three Houses. Moving forward, let's reiterate: Metro Prime 4, new Fire Emblem, a new 3D Mario platformer. I'm gonna say it right now before I forget. We need a new Star Fox. We need a new Star Fox. We need a proper Star Fox. Nothing like Zero. No funky controls. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Make it look good. Give us some great music. Give me a reason to enjoy going through space with Fox, Slippy, Peppy, and Falco once again. You know? Right? And since, you know, a lot of games nowadays are super big on diversity, can we get more Cat and Crystal to potentially be featured in some of these games? So let's somehow include more of the ladies from Star Fox as well, right? I think that'd be awesome. And of course, let's not forget my boy Rob64. Moving forward, so yeah, a proper Star Fox game where he's actually flying, not a Star Fox Adventures. And the reason why I say no is because when you look at Star Fox Adventures was supposed to be Dinosaur Planet. It wasn't even originally intended to be Star Fox Adventures. For the longest time, for the Nintendo 64, if you guys followed Dinosaur Planet's story, people were going to release a big game called Dinosaur Planet on the 64. Then they decided, all right, we're not going to release Dinosaur Planet. Kept it getting delayed. Then they decided to slap the Star Fox IP on it, and then boom, bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, with that said, still somehow find a way to put Crystal in there, even if I don't want another Star Fox Adventures. Just somehow make Crystal canon. Don't care. Just make it happen. Just squeeze her in there. Put her in a modern day Star Fox game. So Star Fox, modern day Star Fox. I need a 3-dimensional, so a 3D Mario platformer. Metro Prime 4, please. Let me get a proper F-Zero game. I need a real F-Zero game. Thank you for F-Zero99. That was a reminder to us that you are aware that we miss the old days of F-Zero and are open to getting a chance to play F-Zero again online even. So F-Zero, it's 5 so far. Already went off strong because we've been waiting for Metroid. Fox and Star Fox and the F-Zero series has been neglected. Mario is a gimme. That's gonna happen, right? And Fire Emblem, I feel like, is eventually going to happen. I never feel like they open up with Fire Emblem immediately. I feel like it's something that shows up in the middle of a console's lifespan. 2-3 years later or something. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's the feeling I generally get. I never feel like Fire Emblem is like a year one launch title. Or a year one or launch title. I'm gonna go crazy here and say, I need the Xenosaga series to get remade. I would love to see the original idea that the people had behind the scenes when it came to Xenosaga come to fruition. Because Xenosaga, even though it was released, you know, back on the Sony systems, they had a bigger, expansive plan for it. And I guess due to budgeting and Bandai Namco and et cetera, if you guys have ever watched any documentaries on it, they've only been able to release 3 games, you know? And if that's all we're gonna have, I would at least like a spruced up version of it, expand upon it a little more. You know, we're blessed that we have Monolith Soft working in tandem with Nintendo. And especially after the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I am more interested in the past of the Xeno series. So if we could get Xenogears, Xenosaga even, remakes, give them to me, Nintendo. I will not touch the old games until you bring them back on a current console. That's my 6th wish. Something Xenosaga, bring back Xenosaga remake, like the trilogy. I need it, because Xenoblade Chronicles looks like they pretty much, at least it feels like the book is closed there, even though there might still be something going on. Maybe there might be a new trilogy down the line, either a new Xeno game or give me a remake of the old Xenosaga games, and even Xenogears. That'd be cool. All right, so that's 6. So Xeno whatever. 4. You guys are probably not going to see this coming, but I think we need Square Enix to recognize how rough it's been to only have exclusivity with Capcom all this time. I'm happy that they're at least releasing stuff on PC later, but you gotta start bringing back some of your heavy hitters on the Nintendo systems. You gotta. I hope Nintendo's console is strong enough for Square to be like, okay, we could actually put some of our big boys on a Nintendo system, because I bet their numbers would probably be so much more different if they had some of their big blockbuster releases on multiple consoles rather than just the PS5. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, putting it out there. It probably would have been a smart business decision. Look how much the Switch has made in terms of money, Square. I'm just saying. And it's not like you got to worry about censorship on the Nintendo system. You got to worry about censorship on the Sony system moving forward. So that's my top 7. We need Metro Prime, right? Metro Prime 4, a Mario 3D platformer, a new next-gen F-Zero game, new next-gen proper Star Fox game, a Fire Emblem next-gen game, either a new Xenoblade game or a Xenosaga remake, one or the other. I'm not greedy. And then number 7, Square, pull up with the big blockbuster Square releases on the Switch. Pull up, bro. Pull up. I'm happy you got some of the big stuff you've already been dropping on the Switch, but you could. I know that Nintendo system was kind of weak, but come on, man. Y'all missing out on some money, man. And I know with the more money that you guys make, the more good games you can make for us in the future, right? I don't want to see some of your IPs go by the wayside now. Next, 3 more. Bring back Golden Sun. Golden Sun is an IP that I have not seen in forever. I'm okay with not seeing Geno forever in a future game if they resurrect Golden Sun. Bring Golden Sun back. We need Golden Sun to return, man. If you guys have never played Golden Sun, it has never seen a console release proper. It has never been released on a console. Like proper, actual, like, hey, this Golden Sun game is released for a console. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like if there was a situation where it got ported or whatever. I'm saying actual new Golden Sun game optimized for console release on the Switch 2 or whatever. So now we're down to 2 games. This is an easy one. Give me back. I heard you guys said that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is the direction that you want to make your games in the future. Cut down on the shrines. Tweak up the amount of dungeons. You might need to. I just finished beating Stellar Blade, and I 100%ed that game. I only needed to collect 49 cans to get a reward where I was able to get one of Eve's finest costumes. Could y'all just put like 50 Korok seeds or something, man? Or 100? 1,000? It was 900 before. Why 1,000 now? Don't go higher than that. Cut it down a bit or get rid of them. Give us something new, you know? I like the incentive when it came to Korok seeds. Oh, you could use them to get maybe a buff to what? Your stamina or or whatever. Nah, get that out of here, bro. Give us something new. Give us something new. Go back to giving me heart pieces, and I want to find another way to boost up my stamina. I'm over that. I need a Zelda game where we get Like, how are you gonna increase the amount of Korok seeds we collect, but we still have four major dungeons that we have to explore to get our 4 major powers or whatever? Tweak the dungeons. Give us more dungeons. I want more puzzles. I want more battles. I love the battles that I get to do in the overworld, but it's not the same as being in a dungeon, hearing the music from said dungeon. Then you're finally facing off against a crazy sub-boss, and you're in there, you're locked in, you beat him, you get a dope-ass new weapon, and then you keep on going through, you find a couple secret things here and there, you solve more puzzles, and then then the boss comes through and you fight the boss, you know, and it gets crazy. I want that. I want more of that. Throw more dungeons at me, man. I appreciated shrines. They were cool, but let's be honest, man. Those are literally just like, it's literally like me playing Devil May Cry Bayonetta, and I'm just getting tossed into challenge mode. All right, see if you could beat this challenge without touching the floor. Beat this challenge without using your, I don't know, don't use your weapons here. Beat this challenge with your eyes closed. Like I'm good on that, man. Cut down on that rubbish. And like, you already did an amazing job with Tears of the Kingdom, bringing that entire like desolate dystopian area back to life with way more side quests, way more people. I still don't mind weapons breaking, but apparently that's a deal breaker for some people. I think Fusion was cool, but honestly, truth be told, I just want more dungeons. I want more dungeons. I want less shrines and way less Korok seeds, or delete Korok seeds. Like you gotta do. I liked how Korok seeds at least motivated me to explore the world that I was in. I'd be like, oh, I gotta get this Korok seed over here from there to there or whatever. I'm gonna find it, and it would kind of like lead me along to exploring different places. I bet that was part of the design philosophy. But some of us are tired of it, and some of us don't want to look for all of them anymore. You know, that's it. So spruce it up, give us more dungeons. But I think they had something going with Tears of the Kingdom. It looks like they're cooking. They're cooking, because it was way easier for me to traverse the open world in Tears than in Breath of the Wild. And last, the last thing that I would want is really difficult. What would the last thing be? Because I already said Metro Prime 4. I said F-Zero. I said Fox, Mario 3D, Fire Emblem. I said something Xeno. More Square third-party support with like the bigger releases, right? Golden Sun. The third wave of Breath of the Wild engine games having more dungeons and less collectathon checklist stuff. Already said Prime 4. I don't know about Banjo. I love Banjo, but that's like that's a thing that I would want. That's on my wish list of Microsoft things that I'd want them to bring over. I guess if I can't bring anything to mind, screw it. My last wish would be Rareware. Even though we lost a lot of the Rareware talent that used to be on Rare before they went to Microsoft, that's why I don't really want to go for this. But if there's any remnants of the Rareware that we had at Nintendo back in the golden years, the golden era, you know, when Rare was pumping out like nothing but classics, if there's any remnants of those people left that are still part of Microsoft, it would be cool if Microsoft allowed for us to get Conquer, Banjo, and whatever else that they own, and bring it over here, man. Like, let's get some dope Rareware stuff over to the Switch too. Let's really outshine the previous Switch, because this was a hit for Nintendo, and that's probably why Nintendo was like, we gotta milk this cow till the udders fall off, man, because sheesh, we are printing money right now, man. He's like, Nintendo probably looking back like, damn, you remember back in the day when we were like love hotels and selling cards and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say what the contents of those cards were, Go do your research. At the end of the day, that was the Nintendo in the heyday. Now, look at them now. Look at them now. Anyway, that's my wish list. I hope Nintendo brings the heat. What's on your wish list? Feel free to leave in the comments below. Thank you so much, guys, for checking it out, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.